Today we are going to look on how to make this word-by-word text effect that will be pretty hard to do and like very annoying to do like 6 months ago. But right now, or a couple months back, Premiere Pro released this new text animator, which is pretty helpful because it made it super easy to do text effect like this. Or you can use this typewriter effect to do something like this, which I think is pretty cool. This is probably one of my most favorite effects right now because you could have seen it in my latest reel and I really like to use it, so I'll show you how to do this one too in this tutorial. Anyway, let's jump straight into it. Okay, so we are in Premiere Pro right now and I've prepared this simple timeline to kind of demonstrate how the typewriter effect actually works. So there are a few things you have to have. You have to have obviously some footage, or you don't really need to if you don't want to, but where are you going to put the text anyway, so never mind. Also you need to have some example text like this. For me, you can have whatever, it doesn't really matter what you write, it doesn't really matter. So the first thing you need to do now is go to the effects panel, search for text animator. Where is it? Here, go for the text animator and you put it on the text you want to animate. It's not like keyframes right now, it's like this little thing. It's the same thing, or it looks like the same thing when you do the apply default transition. So it works like that. I don't really know how it is called, but it doesn't really matter for the purpose of this tutorial. So firstly, it has its own animation that looks like this, which is kind of boring, but it also is better than nothing obviously, but I don't really like it. I'm really not a fan of it. So first thing we have to do, if we want to make the thing I showed you at the beginning, I will use the fade in effect, or fade in the presets. That's pretty nice. You can use it by itself. It looks cool. It looks way better than the custom one at the beginning. And if you want to achieve that word by word slide up text effect, you have to go here. Where is it? I'm blind. I can't find it right now. Give me a second. Here it is. You need to push this slider down just a bit, so it just slides up like this. And that's basically it. It's simple as that. You can obviously, if you want, you can place it way down and it goes from further down, or you can do it upwards, or just a tiny bit like that, which is pretty nice too. Or you can set them further apart. Yeah, so it just slides in like that. I will just for now just reset this and use this one like that, like 20. I like this. So that's one thing you can do. It's pretty simple, but you can do a couple more things to that. Because if you want it to slide not letter by letter, but word by word, you just change it here. We can see it doesn't really work right now. That happens because we have to change the word PS, and let's slide it to 20 and let's see if it works. It still doesn't work, so let's slide it a bit down, and right now it just slides up word by word. So that's pretty nice. The other thing we can do is to use typewriter. It does exactly what the title says. It looks like typewriter, but that's pretty plain and boring, so we need to kind of spice things up. I want it to be faster, so let's put this to 90 and this to 80, so it goes a bit faster. The other thing we want to do is, I showed it to you in an example at the beginning, just the little rectangle at the end of the word. So let's choose a color. I think we can do white for this one, just to keep it simple. We want it to be visible, and obviously I don't want it to be like that. You can obviously keep it like that if you like it, but I want it to be a little rectangle, so I'll just slide down the height a bit, make it a bit wider, maybe even a bit bigger. Okay, I like it like this. The other thing is it kind of flashes in the example I showed you, so you can achieve it by this. So I don't know, let's put it on 10 and the fade on 20, okay, let's keep 21 like so. And right now you have the effect ready, so it's simple as that. I think it looks pretty cool. You can just play with the colors. You can make it green, which will be pretty ugly for this sort of shot, or we can do it red. You can just go around and mess with these settings. It's pretty easy, pretty simple to do so. Just play around like slightly different sliders and see what you can make. Also, there is one little thing I want to show you that is pretty nice too, so let's just take a look at it. Because if you go right here, I don't know if you noticed, you can just click surprise me. It will create a random effect, you know, so I think that's pretty nice too. You can just click around and see if there is something you like. And another pretty important thing is to save all of these effects as presets, because if you do that, you won't ever have to recreate the effect again, and you can just drag and drop it on every text from now on. So let's just quickly take a look on how to do that. Okay, so if you have the effect ready, you can just go here, right click the typewriter, click save as preset, just give it a name like typewriter red dot effect, and here you just select the type. I usually do the anchor to endpoint. It depends on what type of effect you use, but let's not go too deep into that right now. Press OK, and right now if I delete this and I search for the typewriter effect, which is right here, and I just drag and drop it onto the text layer, it looks like this. So that's basically it for the tutorial. It's pretty simple, so if you liked the video, just hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and yeah, that's basically it from me, so have a good one. Bye.